and welcome Vivacious Virgos. My name's Rose Smith and I'm here to do your Tarot astrology for May 2020. If you haven't followed me before, I do a bit of a combo service, so to speak. I'm doing horoscopes, I'm doing tarot, and I'm also doing psychic channeling throughout this live stream / video. So let's go to the board now and I will pick a couple of cards. I'll draw a couple of cards which will be your themes for the month of May. Alrighty, so let's go there now and see what we see. I've already pre-shuffled these cards up, but I'll go again, shuffling them, and we're going for the first half of the month. First half of the month for Vivacious Virgos. Let's go with that one underneath. Closing my eyes, even before I get my eyes closed, I see a ladder. That's about ascension of consciousness. That's about you evolving, gaining more insight, getting in touch with what's really going on deep down inside your soul. Okay, it's very easy to get distracted by the outside world, and this is one of the silver linings of the situation with the coronavirus at the moment, is that it's encouraging us to go within. Okay, so the card we get is the Nine of Cups. This is about your hopes and dreams and fulfilling your hopes and dreams. Okay, you've come to the end of the cycle, you're maturing, you're growing, you're evolving. And here we see a genie coming out of the lamp, and you'll see here she's got red legs and she's wearing a red skirt. This is about taking action to make your dreams come true. In order to do that, you need to find out what your hopes and dreams actually are. So that's the bit where going within becomes really, really important. Okay, so that's your theme for the first half of the month. You may become more interested in your dreams, in meditation, in discussing spiritual aspects of life rather than just sort of making small talk. Make every word count. Some years ago, decades actually ago now, Michael the Archangel appeared to me and he said the words, economy of words. I've never forgotten that. So economy of words is really important. Make your words count. The second half of the month, let's have a look. Gonna go with that card there. Closing my eyes, I've got a submarine in front of me and I'm down in the deep, deep ocean now. This is about, again, what I was just saying, going within, going deep, deep down into your subconscious, okay? And picking up the messages. I see the submarine there down in like the Mariana Trench, whatever it's called, and it's like searching for something, looking for something. There are deep hidden treasures down inside each and every one of us, and you know, we're only, as we go through life, we're looking for our deepest potential. And in order to find that, we need to go deep down within. That's what the submarine is doing. Okay, excellent. We come up with the moon. The moon is a symbol of our subconscious, okay? The wolf is a teacher energy. You may be looking for a mentor or someone to teach you about spirituality, teach you about the path that you must go on to find your deepest self. It's a journey that only you can take. Your teacher or mentor can't do that for you. However, somebody who's already been there and is in touch with their soul on a daily basis can give you some pointers on, you know, what the best actions are, the best path to take, the best directions, what you should do, you know, to get in touch with your soul at the deepest of levels, okay? But it is a journey that you ultimately must make alone, okay? This will help you do that. Alrighty, let's have a look now and see what we can see about your horoscope, Vivacious Virgos. Now, a strange thing that's happening here. There's a couple of, well, not strange, but unusual or, combinations of things happening. The 3rd of April to the 8th of August is Venus here in your 10th house. This is a very long time period. I mean, it's nearly 4 months to be in the one house for Venus. And 10th house is all about your career and reputation. Venus brings good luck. She brings harmony. She brings love. She brings beauty, appreciation of nature, and also peacefulness. So there in your 10th house, she also brings good luck. So this could point to a new career or some opportunities in your career over this extended period of time. It also enhances your reputation and your status in the world. People start to notice you more. You have what I call the Venusian glow, and so it's a particular magnetic quality that people recognise, but they can't quite put their finger on exactly what it is, okay? So it helps you with the public as well. And then on the at the same time, the 19th of April to the 21st of May sees the Sun in your 9th house here. This is about higher learning, abstract concepts. It can be also about teaching. It brings insight and awareness, and perhaps you're even thinking about trips overseas or having more foreign connections. It's a bit hard to go overseas right at the moment with the coronavirus and all of that. But you may have this desire to broaden your horizons in some way, okay? A teacher or a mentor could be important to you now, and it could somehow go over into your career sector, like these energies could have a flow-on effect. 27th of April to the 12th of May, Mercury is also in your 9th house, so it brings a lot of planning and communications about travel and learning and teaching, and it's a very positive sign. Here's Mercury here. 1st of May to the 8th of May, Venus square Neptune. Okay, so Venus here squaring Neptune here. Okay, this gives you a great desire to experience your fantasy and dreams. However, you do need to be a little bit cautious, because sometimes somebody comes along and you become infatuated and you don't actually see them as they are. You're sort of seeing them with rose-coloured glasses. Now, you need to be particularly careful, because after that date, on the 13th, Venus goes retrograde. And if you start a relationship, it might be that when Venus turns direct, that you change your mind. Sorry, you change your mind because you're seeing them in a different light, and they're not as they appear. 6th of May to the 21st of May, Venus trines Mars. This is really making you motivated for love and affection. It gives you great success with creativity and art. So you can see here you've got sort of push me, pull you sorts of things of Venus trining Mars, Venus going retrograde, and Venus squaring Neptune. It's really pushing you into a romance or a relationship, but at the same time you have to be very careful about what you wish for, because you may get that but it's not. Then you find out and say, well, I didn't want that at all. You know how we sometimes we learn by what we don't want. You know, we might have an idea but we're not specific enough, and then the universe interprets it in a totally different way to what we intended, and we get what we wish for, but it's not really what we wish for. Okay, 7th of May, 7th of May, so there's a full moon in your 3rd house here. Okay, so this is all about communications, publishing, blogging, videoing, and it can also give you extra activity in your local area or with your siblings or cousins and extended family. And you'll see we have a full moon here bringing things up to be dealt with, to complete, And then opposite, we have the 9th house, which is all about learning and teaching, but at the higher level, the higher mind, and this is at the everyday level. So teaching and learning is a bit of a theme throughout May for you. And with these planets going over into your 10th house too, later on I'll get to in a minute, will give you a lot of energy around your career. So teaching and learning might be something to do with your career. 11th of May to the 29th, okay, Mercury then goes into your 10th house, and Mercury's doing something a bit strange in that Mercury's going to be in 3 houses this month, so 9th, 10th, 11th, which doesn't normally happen. And so you could be very active across a broad range of things in your life this month, and lots of messages and communications with that. So you could have career planning and strategies, making your dreams real, which comes back to here, remember, hopes and dreams being made physical. Your reputation is also key, and lots of career messages. It's almost like your reputation in your work precedes you. People hear about you. 12th of May to the 28th of June, Mars is in your 7th house. Okay, Mars moving into your 7th house of committed relationships and legalities, and also open enemies. So, you know, it's a time to be a little bit cautious with arguments. You could be so full of, you know, passion for what you're doing that, you know, disagreements happen. And that could be to do with a significant other, okay? They don't agree with what you're doing for some reason. Try to compromise, okay? This is, you know, just for a time, it's not forever. So try to compromise where you can without compromising on the things that are very, very important to you. It can also deepen a casual relationship, turn a casual relationship into a you know, full-on relationship, and you could be very active in love, seeking love across May and June. But remember, Venus is retrograde from the 13th, so the same things as I said before apply now. 21st of May until the 21st of June, Sun in your 10th house of career and reputation, and you could get significant gains during this time. Your ambitions could be met with success, okay? Here's the Sun here, we'll be going over here, all this activity in your 10th house of career, the type of career that makes your heart sing. It's not your everyday sort of work, it's about doing something and knowing that you're making a real positive difference to the world. The 22nd sees a full moon in your 3rd house. Here, I talked about that before. 28th of May to the 5th of August sees Mercury going into your 11th house. Mercury from the 9th to the 10th squashed in there into the 11th of friends and groups and connections, okay? It's also hopes and dreams coming back to here. So you can achieve great things in May despite whatever's happening in the outside world at the moment. This is like a new start for you, vivacious Virgos, in some way. With Mercury in the 11th house, lots of activities with friends and groups, planning, communications, and sharing common interests. Okay, so let's now go to the tarot and see what cards come out for you week by week. Okay, week by week, vivacious Virgos, the first week of the month of May, and I'm going with that one. Just move that back a little bit. Okay, closing my eyes now. What do I see? First week of the month. Yes, doors closing and walking on, moving on. So this is about cutting off things from the past, moving on from the past. You know, those things are done, and it's time now to start some new things. Okay, and we have the King of Swords. Well, this is very appropriate. Those things are done, and it's time that you cut them off. This is decision time. Swords are about analysing, dissecting and analysing, dissecting and classifying. And when you do that, you'll see what's really important in your life and what's not. So if you've got any sort of pieces or people or situations that are hanging on, that are just sort of limping along, and it's not two-way, they're not serving your highest good, and you're probably not doing anything for them much either. You know, it's time to say goodbye, so you can have the bulk of your energy with you and moving along rather than being held back in the past. You'll see here the king is sitting on a diamond with a diamond at the back. He didn't get to be a king by just being lackadaisical, okay? Diamonds are formed by heat and pressure. It's been a hard road to get this far. He's very good at expressing himself. See here, he's dressed in blue. That's about self-expression. He's also dressed in white, which is a purity of spirit in a sense. I know a lot of people don't like swords because, you know, they say they're the most negative of the suites, the tarot suites. I disagree. It is, you know, there is ruthlessness here sometimes. He can be ruthless, the words that come out of his mouth. It's always good, if this is you in the first week of May, it's always good to run your words through a human heart before you speak them. So mind makes a decision. If you try being nice and, you know, compassionate all the time with somebody and they still don't get the message, you might have to use this sort of abrupt energy, but it's very rare. Okay, you see up here in the background, there are little butterflies. So this is about new life coming your way in the first week of May. I keep going to say Mars. Isn't that amazing? It's trying to come out of my mouth. Mars. Mars is the mighty motivator. Mars is about aggression, activity. It can be about war. So if you're experiencing dangerous situations where you are, stay home. Don't go out, because there is, you know, the capacity in May and moving forward for a lot of danger out and about. You know, it's like the world's heating up and people's feelings are getting very hot, and it's, you know, don't go there. Don't go there, just stay home. It's the safest thing. All right, Two of Swords in the second week, and this is about making a decision. Again, there's swords here, and that's fine. It could involve another person. The only thing is to remember that there are reflections here in the background. These are reflections of the past, and whilst it is true that any decision we make is informed by our past experience, just be aware that when you're saying things or you're doing things or you're even thinking things, that your experience is there. So if you've had a particularly hard time in the past, that situation, if something that comes up and it even looks remotely like that same situation, that you might jump the gun a bit, be a bit too quick to make a decision that is being influenced by the past. In another way, every situation is a brand new situation. Every day is a brand new day. So you can change your mind about something. But swords are the intellectual realm and the ability to think on your feet. It's a very useful energy, you know. But again, I'll say, run all decisions through a human heart. All right, third week of the month for vivacious Virgos. What are we coming up with? I'm going with that one. Closing my eyes now. I can see something. It's a pendulum swinging back and forth. Yes, no. Maybe you want an answer to a question with a yes, no. And there's like 50 shades of grey in every question, you know. So sometimes yes, no, you know, it's difficult to answer with a yes, no, because there's all these other shades of grey. What else can I see? Okay, sacrifice. I see Christ on the cross. That's about personal sacrifice. You know, if you're a Christian, you'll know that Jesus died over 2,000 years ago and sacrificed himself on behalf of humanity. You don't have to keep on doing it because he's already done it, okay? You don't have to usurp his role. Don't try and take his role away from him. That's what he did. Okay, strength comes to you the middle of May. Maybe that's the time that you say, no more self-sacrifice. I'm not staying in this relationship. I'm not staying in this job. I'm not staying in this house, or whatever it is that is getting under your skin. Enough is enough, and you have the strength to change your situation. You see here, the woman's in the lion's mouth. He's not eating her. He is protecting her. Okay, he is loaning his strength to her to protect her in a difficult situation. 4th week of the month for vivacious Virgo. 4th week of the month for... No, don't like that one. No. Which one? Which one? This one. Okay. Closing my eyes now. What do I see? Okay, I see a woman getting her hair cut. Alright, this means it's a time of practicality. It's a time where you need to find the balance between your femininity and your masculinity. If you're a woman, you've got a masculine side. If you're a man, you've got a feminine side. We need both to survive and thrive in the world today. So there are times when you need to be practical and grounded, make decisions because that's what's required now. It doesn't literally mean you have to go out and get your hair cut, but you may choose to do so, but it doesn't mean that. Remember Samson and Delilah? When Delilah cut Samson's hair, she took away his strength, but lucky for him his hair grew back and he was strong again. Here's the strength here being loaned to you by the strength card, and you're going to need to develop and consolidate that strength further in the 4th week. Okay, this is the Queen of Swords. Remember, we've got the King of Swords here. This is the feminine component. I was just saying how important it was to get the balance between male and female energies, and here we have that. They're both dressed in blue. They're both expressing themselves. However, this is a lighter shade of blue. They're both sitting on diamonds because they've been through a hard time. Look at how brutal this is. She's chopped somebody's head off. You'll notice it's her own head that she's chopped off. It's her own head. Okay, what this is saying is, if you're having problems with your thoughts because your thoughts are racing or they're taking over your head, then you need to stop it because it's your head, okay? And chop those thoughts off and say enough is enough, stop. If the thoughts are getting too carried away, because you're more than your thoughts. You've got emotions, you've got a physical body, and you have an immortal spirit that lasts forever. So if something's worrying you, and say for example you're having problems sleeping, you feel anxious, and your thoughts are just going round and round and round in circles, just put a big stop sign up. Actually put one up in your house too. Draw it on a piece of paper and stick it on the fridge. And in your mind, just imagine a big stop sign and say, no, enough is enough. I'm just going to be, I don't have these thoughts. I don't need to have these thoughts racing around. Take control of your own head. Okay, Queen of Swords. You may need to be ruthless with yourself to stop that. Okay, the other thing this could possibly mean is a woman in the external world, or somebody with feminine, particularly strong feminine energy, that is ruthless. And you know, typically in large corporations they will just sack everybody by text or by email or something, not even tell them face to face. And there's a ruthlessness. There is a chance that somebody like that comes into your life physically. However, for many people, it is about you taking control of your own head and stopping your head from getting carried away. You'll be perfectly safe and fine if you stay home. If you can't stay home, you must wear a mask. And if you can't get any masks, make your own masks. That's better than nothing, okay? If you make your own masks, get a HEPA filter for a vacuum cleaner and sew it into a sleeve and make a mask, because that will keep you safe, along with washing your hands copiously and not touching your face. And don't receive visitors at home either. Okay, last few days of the month. Last few days, I'm stuck here. Particularly if you're in the US, you guys, you haven't even, despite what's in the media, it's not safe. There are still thousands of people dying every single day. It's not safe. So don't be taken in with what the media is telling you, because there's more going on than we know. And it's not just the virus, it's also what's happening in the outside world with, you know, people being encouraged to riot and go out on the street and protest and that sort of thing. It's just, yeah, stay home. Last few days of the month. Now I've said in a bit, I can move on. Okay, they're flying out, but we're going to keep on going, looking for the right card for Vivacious Virgo, going with that one. Closing my eyes now, Vivacious Virgo. Okay, I've got some sticks in front of me. Wooden sticks. Oh, they're like matches. Okay, so this is about, again, hopes and dreams, lighting your hopes and dreams for the month, achieving, going within, checking out what your hopes and dreams are. But they're saying here, Five of Swords. Okay, this is really severe. This is about being dominated. Again, it goes back to this card here, being dominated by your thoughts. You've got to take control of your own head. If it's not you, it could be a situation or somebody in the external world. There's swords up the top here. There's decisions to be made, and they might be tough decisions, okay? It might not be an easy situation at all, but you can get out of this. I'm just going to draw another card on that and see. Oh, that one literally flew out. Okay, the High Priestess, using your own intuition. Some of you may get help or some sort of comfort from organised religion, and for others it will be the church of yourself. Okay, but this is about your own psychic ability, your intuition, your own wisdom, okay, and that will tell you how to deal with this situation of the domination. Okay, so, and you'll see expression seems to be like a fairly key thing going through the month of May for you, Vivacious Virgos. So it's going to be a full-on month, but an interesting month, and you can achieve great things. All right, so, I'm stuck. Okay, well, that's not good at all. I'll just close my eyes and finish up. I'll just get a psychic summary for the month for you. I see a highway. It's like a road, and it's about you moving forward. There's not many cars on this road, obviously, at the moment, but you are making progress, so well done. Spiritually, you're doing very well, and Spirit just wants to congratulate you on your progress thus far, and this will continue throughout the month of May. So with that, I'd just like to wish you a very insightful and meaningful month, and don't forget to give this a like, subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber, but don't forget to click the notification bell so you get notified of updates and videos that I make. So thanks very much for joining me today, and have a very insightful month. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.